The other day I was driving through town and something hit me that I don't think I'd ever put into words before. I drove past the house where my grandmother lived. Then the empty lot where the old locally owned Dairy Queen used to be that made the best chili dogs I'd ever eaten. That's where my grandfather would take me for an ice cream cone when I was little. Finally, on this trip, I also passed his old house. Suddenly I realized something. When I was a kid, summer vacation didn't mean Disney World. It meant packing up the car and driving from our home in Maryland to North Alabama to see family. Arriving at Papa's house in the village in Sheffield, Alabama, the first thing I noticed was the yellow bug light glowing in the screened-in porch. When we rang the doorbell, his little Chihuahua amigo would bark, protecting his master. A day or two later, I'd go with my dad to see Mama. She was the epitome of what one used to think of when one thought of a grandmother. Gray clothing, horn-rimmed glasses, gray hair in a net. Bent over with arthritis, either smoking or dipping. Remember, this was the South. And petting her cat Boots. Sometime in between, I'd see almost all of my aunts, uncles, cousins, and second cousins. My Aunt Bobby and Uncle Jim lived on Wilson Lake. Looking back, it was the fun place for me. Boats, swimming, outdoor lights. This is where I looked forward to visiting the most. Uncle Jim also had a high-powered CB base station in their bedroom where he talked with people all around the world. I can still remember to this day one of his CB friends would pretend to be Donald Duck and talk to me. I looked forward to that every year. Funny thing is, I never imagined there'd come a day when there'd be nobody left to visit. In 2 months, it will be the 4th anniversary of my cousin Butch's funeral. Butch wasn't the first family member I'd lost. He may simply have been the one who made me realize something had quietly changed. Maybe all of us reach a point where we realize the world we grew up in still exists, but it's become strangely quiet. I used to think being a late bloomer meant I was younger than everybody else. I never thought one day it'd mean I was one of the ones left remembering. When I drive by Mama's house, I can still see her in the backyard tending to her garden, just before seeking shade in the house, then offering me a Dr. Pepper out of the old locked refrigerator. And when I drive by Papa's house, I can still see my family gathering around the table for some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then, the car horn behind me at the stop sign pulls me back into the present. The funny thing is, those houses don't really hold memories. I do. Maybe that's what getting older really is. Learning to live in a world that's full of places and memories, but fewer and fewer of the people who made them. Maybe this is just part of getting older. I don't know. You know, now I'm curious. Is there somewhere you still drive by that instantly takes you back? Am I the only one? What place instantly takes you back, and who do you still see when you close your eyes? Thanks for watching. Know that God loves you, and so do we.